Hello and welcome to the National Weather Service Pocatello's weather hazard briefing for Monday, Columbus Day, October 11th. This is what you'll see in this presentation. We are in the middle of a winter storm that will end Tuesday evening. There is a winter storm warning for the Idaho-Montana border region, and many of the other areas in our area of responsibility are also under winter weather advisories. Winds will cause some blowing and drifting snow if it comes in dry and not mixed with rain, which should happen later tonight. And thunder snow is possible along the Idaho-Wyoming border this afternoon and evening. There's a much weaker storm that moves in Wednesday night and lingers into Thursday, but it's mostly in the mountains, and the precipitation, as you'll see, is very light. And high pressure returns for Friday, which means warming and drying do not return until then. So this is the warning and watch situation. So you can see that portions of Butte County, Clark, and a lot of Fremont County are all under the winter storm warning in the pink. The winter weather advisory is all the other locations. So you see it pretty much leaves out lower Blaine County, the eastern Magic Valley, including going up some of Goose Creek, and then it does not include portions of the Bear River drainage and over there in sort of the southeast lowlands there in Franklin and Oneida County. But everywhere else, they are expecting snow. Winter weather advisory conditions for the Snake River Plain is anything from a skiff to 6 inches, and most of this is where the snow is going to be the best. There is still snow expected in the Burley area, but it will mix with rain, and the temperatures might keep it from really sticking. But everywhere from Pocatello or American Falls to the north and east in the Snake River Plain, expect some sort of snow that will stick especially during the overnight hours. The front will pass through the Pocatello and Idaho Falls area around 3 p.m. this afternoon. Behind that, there is a strong wind shift from winds out of the south and west prior to that to the northwest and north. So that is going to be bringing in some cold air, which will still have cloud cover tonight. So we really won't see the effects of the cold air until Tuesday night as skies start to clear at least a little bit. All right, so let's look at, this is the expected snowfall amount. So you can see in the Pocatello area 2 to 3 inches. Idaho Falls also now 2 to 3. That is up from the 1 to 2 we were expecting yesterday. You can see some pretty solid snowfall amounts for West Yellowstone, Island Park, all the way over into Lemhi County in the Lemhi Range and Beaverhead Mountains. You can see in the rest of the Central Idaho Mountains, though, it's actually, for them, it's a pretty light event. That's mostly because it takes a while for the snow level to drop there. And again, the brunt of the precipitation is basically Lemhi County eastward to the in the mountains to the Wyoming border. But you can see even the southern highlands in some of the higher elevations, say above about 7,500 feet or so, there's some significant snowfall there too. All right, so this is our outlook for the next 5 days. Again, the winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories do continue into Tuesday, so pretty much everywhere rain and heavy snow, with it changing almost all over to snow, except maybe for the southeast highlands, which would be Lava, Soda Springs, Montpelier, and Preston area. And then most of this slight chance rain and some morning snow may be lingering in this Snake River Plain, but a lot of this will be happening and it's just a threat of slight chance. You can see most locations, except for the eastern highlands, where it's just a chance, and Lemhi County, where it's a chance of snow. Most of this is Wednesday night, and you can see in a lot of places it's even clear by Thursday. That high pressure is moving in from the west, and Friday should be a nice clear day. That'll allow temperatures to warm, and a lot of this snow should melt. All right, so this is the horizontal weather depiction showing the surface weather on today. You can see the low pretty much right overhead. You can see it's all snow this morning over the central Idaho mountains, and a rain-snow mix is what's highlighted in blue areas, and that's the rest of our forecast area. All right, so let's. The rest of this is basically a detailed look at how the snow will evolve during the day today. So there's not much else to look at here. But let's start with this morning, and you can see until basically 10 a.m., 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., you can see where the snow is hitting the hardest. This is the hardest time for the central Idaho mountains. See, even there, just a few limited areas getting more than 6 inches in the yellow. And then it should be just starting on the east side near the Wyoming border. And then here, during the midday hours, it starts to spread eastward, definitely getting stronger, especially along the Idaho-Montana border. And then it sort of lets up here in the late evening, or I should say early evening, late afternoon. This is when the wind will be shifting in the Snake River Plain. And you can see behind the front, especially for areas along the border with Montana, you can see how much the snow is diminished. It also helps that it's going to be slightly warmer, but not a whole lot. Temperatures will struggle to be in the lower to middle 30s, as you'll see. Then for the late night hours, it's still going to continue. Some places it's letting up, like Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, Pocatello, all basically zero snow to a what we call a skiff of snow, just something much less than even half an inch. And it's starting to let up. All right, so temperatures today. These 40, lower to middle 40s are occurring during the morning. You will look at cooling during the day, where it'll struggle to stay in the middle 30s for the Snake River Plain. And again, all of these temperatures, almost all across, it might linger until the late morning for Soda Springs and Malad City, but they will be getting colder in the afternoon. Here's the overnight forecast. You can see single digits for Stanley, and lots of 20s and near 30 in the eastern Magic Valley for the lower elevations. And then here you can see Tuesday afternoon winds here, how much they've shifted to the south, and these are gusts. So this is gusts to 30 miles an hour. That is enough to blow any sort of snow around. So if the snow does accumulate and stick Tuesday morning, and then these winds kick in, that will help to drift and blow snow. All right, here for the rest of Tuesday, again, you can see it's almost all snow, with the exception of a rain-snow mix here at the extreme southern end of our area. So this is Tuesday morning snow, still pretty good for the eastern half of our forecast area, but you can see it's central Idaho mountains, it's pretty much over. Same with the eastern Magic Valley. And that just continues to progress. It warms a little bit, but still cool, and it's still an inch of accumulation in Pocatello and Blackfoot. I think see by the mid to afternoon to the early evening, it's really starting to tail off as the front has moved at this point into Wyoming, where you can see the heavier snowmounts are. And then it's just some leftover snow, mostly terrain-induced, and that would be along the southern half of the Idaho-Wyoming border. Here's the highs on Tuesday. So after it clears, our temperatures do rebound to around 40 degrees. You can see that it's actually warmer in Stanley than it is in Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, and Pocatello, and that's just because they have sun for a good portion of the day, whereas we barely get it until afternoon. Then, as those skies clear, look at these plummeting temperatures. 6 degrees in Stanley, and some below zero temperatures here in places like Copper Basin. And then Arco down to 19. You can see a lot of cold temperatures moving in under that northerly wind. And even Idaho Falls and Pocatello are from the upper 20s, now in the lower 20s. Once again, moderate to strong winds that will help blow snow around. All right. On Wednesday morning, you can see it does really start to let up. There's not much going on. Most of this snow over the central Idaho mountains is actually stuff that comes in, like I said, during Wednesday night. And this is the only time, late afternoon to early evening, You see some really light snow, basically up to an inch. So it's really not amounting to much at this point. It should be very showery and very spotty. And I wouldn't expect anything south of Rexburg and Idaho Falls. Here are the temperatures. You can see it's starting to warm up where we don't get the cloud cover. Pocatello, Burley now in the headed towards the middle 40s. And then overnight lows still cold. And then on Thursday, we're looking at temperatures warming just a little. We're continuing to get a northerly wind, which will hamper our ability to warm because it continues to bring cold air in over the divide from Montana. And so until we have a wind shift to the south, which you can see has started to happen in the Treasure Valley and the western Magic Valley, it will finally get to us probably after this as high pressure moves in on Friday. And here's the Thursday night forecast. Again, another cold night. Stanley, 5 degrees. Idaho Falls in the teens. So that north wind just keeps going until Friday kicks in. This is basically the Thursday night low temperature forecast. So lots of snow today. A very sloppy day, especially at the lower elevations. A weaker storm for Wednesday, Thursday. Not much happening, but it's not getting much warmer. And then high pressure returns for Friday. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can contact us at this telephone number you see at the bottom center, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.